All right, back live, and special event coming up that we definitely want to plug you into because it's a huge event here in Springfield and Sangamon County each and every year with a big named guest coming to town to present in front of Republicans who are active in Central Illinois and ready to get their word out. And joining me with a big announcement here is Paul Palazzolo, a local party official. Paul, let's go ahead and let's talk about this because we were talking off air a bit about. I remember when Ted Nugent came to town, controversial figure, but a raucous speech. But it seems every year you guys are bringing out the big guns, so to speak. So
really had a years-long success with the Sangamon County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner. We're celebrating Abraham Lincoln, our country's greatest president, who, if you have heard, he did come from Sangamon, Central Illinois, and not a lot of, just wanted to make sure people were aware of that.
And he was also a Republican.
Indeed he was, the first Republican president our country had, and we celebrate his legacy and his life. Every year, the Republican Sangamon County Central Committee puts on a dinner. We've had, like you mentioned, Ted Nugent, but we've had Vice President.
Years ago. That was years ago.
1,000 years ago. But even longer ago, we had Vice President George W. Bush when he was Vice President, before he was President. We had Governor George W. Bush before he was President. Karl Rove. We've had so many luminaries. Most recently, Dr. Ben Carson filled the convention center floor with over 1,200 attendees. Wow. And we've had such luminaries. But this year, we're very excited to announce that Kellyanne Conway will be our keynote event for this year's Lincoln Day Dinner fundraiser. And so we're very excited about it.
Kellyanne Conway, longtime pollster. Most notably, she was an advisor for former President Donald Trump.
I think her other attribute that is positive is she was the first successful female chairperson for a presidential campaign.
That's right.
And that's history making. And so we're very, very excited that history and that aspect of political and public service life is going to be with us on Wednesday, May 3rd. It's going to be a great event. We're very, very excited about it. We hope people will want to join us.
So May 3rd, you can get tickets. You're just now opening up the ticket structure. Tell us where people can get those tickets.
Absolutely. They can go to their website, SangamonRepublicans.com, SangamonRepublicans.com, or they can call the phone number 217-528-6267. Those are the two ways that they can access tickets, and it's $125 a person. That includes a fabulous dinner by Poe Catering, and it will be not only just the dinner, but the program and all that accompanies, and hopefully it'll be a fun night, too. It will be a very valuable experience.
Now, Kellyanne Conway, she obviously is somebody who brings a lot of experience. What are you anticipating her to talk about in Springfield, Illinois, the capital city of Illinois, which is very much dominated by Democrats from Cook County and the suburbs?
Well, I think she'll talk about what the scenario of the political landscape is currently and what it might look like from a presidential view with all these candidates that are coming forward. I think she'll offer that perspective. She might offer a bit of historic perspective. So I think it'll be valuable all the way around, just both upcoming and reflecting on the past. And this is a fundraiser for the Sangamon County Republican Central Committee, and I think your listeners can be proud of the fact of the service that Republicans at the Sangamon County level have brought to local government. I think they can be proud of the fact that Sangamon County government, you really don't hear of any fiscal crisis in Sangamon County government, as I've said for the last several years or so, and they can be proud of their county board, and they can be proud of their countywide elected officials at the Republican Party.
So again, the announcement is Kellyanne Conway coming to town for the Sangamon County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner, and that's going to be May 3rd at the Bank of Springfield Center. $125 per person, but you also have tables of 10.
Tables of 10 and sponsorships include a $1,500 presidential sponsorship, and only with that $1,500 bulk table of 10, that gets you up close too. So if you purchase a table of 10, volume of scale, we'll get you up to as close as we can for Kellyanne Conway. And we also want to say that if you're purchasing the dinner and you'd like a personal opportunity for a photo op with Kellyanne Conway, that's available too for an additional $50 on top of that $125 per person ticket. An additional $50 will, the reception in advance, get you a photo with Kellyanne Conway, professional photo, and then we send that photo to you either digitally or hard copy. What a great opportunity that is to say hello and meet and greet perhaps a historic legend on the national landscape, Kellyanne Conway.
So again, Wednesday, May 3rd, tickets are available now, SangamonRepublicans.com if you're interested in going to that. Talk about the draw this has. It's not just people from Sangamon County, right? I mean, you attract people from all over.
All over. In fact, when Dr. Ben Carson was our speaker, people drove in from other states, and it was an amazing event. And Vice President Bush, those were in the 80s. I mean, we had 1,000 people on the convention center floor in those days. For Dr. Ben Carson, we had 1,200 people. It's an amazing event that people come to and flock to from all around.
We're talking with Paul Palazzolo. He is announcing Kellyanne Conway being the featured guest at this year's Lincoln Day lunch or dinner that the Sangamon County Republicans are putting on May 3rd, Bank of Springfield Center. Tickets available now, and you can get those sponsored tables for $1,500. Also, other opportunities for you to do a meet and greet and get a picture with Kellyanne Conway, who was a former advisor to former President Donald Trump, also ran his 2016 presidential campaign, longtime pollster, longtime commentator, so you can guarantee it's going to be an event you don't want to miss, especially if you want to be informed of some of the conversations that you might not hear in depth on this channel, on other channels, or elsewhere. So Kellyanne Conway being a huge speaker that the Sangamon County Republicans bringing May 3rd at the Bank of Springfield Center. So you also, I mean, you were talking a little bit off air. It's old news now, but you had Ari Fleischer come to town.
Sure. The Sangamon County Republican Foundation, which is another aspect of success that we've had here locally in the Republican Party, helps raise money for candidates locally. We featured a luncheon with Ari Fleischer, former press secretary to President George W. Bush, and it was an amazing event. A lot of people attended. Packed house at the event venue, and we're focused on bringing people who have shown to be successful, shown to be a positive influence on Republican Party politics, and we hope that people will take note of the fact that we're raising money to help successful candidates here locally that have delivered good government.
Paul Palazzolo with us, and springing this question on you. Talk a bit about the future of the Republican Party. Like I started off, Illinois is a blue state. Some people say it's more of kind of a purple state because you got downstate and in central Illinois a strong Republican base. But how do Republicans get that message to resonate with independents in the suburbs, for instance?
Well, in the suburbs and here, even in Sangamon County, it's the message to resonate with is good government. We've proven that here locally at the Sangamon County level in particular, whether it's local countywide officials, whether we've consider county government especially. Like I mentioned before, you never hear about any fiscal crunch in Sangamon County government. We are fiscally responsible. We treat taxpayer dollars with respect and make sure that good services are delivered for those tax dollars that are brought in. And we've delivered effective service, whether it's the county sheriff, whether it's the county treasurer, the county clerk, the circuit clerk, my office. We've worked hard to deliver good service. And that's the future of the Republican Party, delivering on effective level of service, what the citizens expect for those taxpayer dollars that are offered. And we respect that.
Wednesday, May 3rd, Bank of Springfield Center, the Lincoln Day dinner. Sangamon County Republicans bringing Kellyanne Conway to be the keynote speaker, and you can get your tickets now, SangamonRepublicans.com, SangamonRepublicans.com. Paul Palazzolo, take your hat off as a party member, but also you are an elected official at the Circuit Clerk's office. Tell us about a new passport event you've got coming up.
And thanks, Greg, because when I talk about good service, here's an example of that good service. Our Circuit Clerk's office is a registered passport agent for citizens. And so this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon at Prairie State Bank on Wabash, our Circuit Clerk's office will be offering one of our Passport Saturdays. We try to do this one Saturday a month, and this Saturday it'll be at Prairie State Bank on Wabash, and we'll be able to help folks with new passports or renewal passports. And we take your picture, we handle all the forms with you, we walk you through the process. It's a one-stop shop, and we'll make it as easy as possible for you to get a new passport or a renewal passport. If you're getting a new passport, all we need you to do is bring your birth certificate. That's a very important piece of the puzzle. 2 checks, because the federal government won't accept any credit card payments. We need 2 checks, and then a valid identification, and we will help you out with the forms. We bring those forms on site. So those are what you need, and we can help you with a new passport or a renewal. And with your renewal, bring your old passport. We can help with that too.
How many years is the passport good for? Because I got one, probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. I think about
Passport
it.
for an adult is good for 10 years.
Okay, so I'm going to have to hit you up here soon then.
We'd love to help you.
The clerk's office is definitely a place to get that done, as with a bunch of other vital records. Of course.
That's the county clerk's office, and the circuit clerk's office is on the 4th floor of the county building. We help people with passports every weekday from 8:30 to 4:30. And this special Saturday for the circuit clerk's office is at Prairie State Bank. So just want to, I know Don and Katie Gray probably are just like, having coronary issues right now. They don't want to get the 2 offices mixed up.
Oh, so. Sure. No question. Yeah. If you're dealing with the courts, that's
the circuit clerk's office.
That's the circuit clerk's office.
That's my shop.
If you're dealing with voting, that's Don Gray's office.
And he does it very well.
So again, just showing, hey, we keep you educated here every day on Springfield's Morning News. Paul Palazzolo, thank you so much for taking time with us. Big news with Kellyanne Conway coming to town May 3rd at the Bank of Springfield Center. Appreciate the time, and we'll surely talk again soon, all right?
Greg, thank you.
It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News.